Hi, my name is Tomasz and you're watching Casual DIY channel. In today's video, we're going to be making this really cool portable pellet catcher with some really cool reinforcements inside of the box for those bit more powerful air guns. Check out the video. Okay, so for me this project is made out of scraps I had in my workshop. Mainly it's this chipboard I've got. It's actually a part of my bed when I was a teenager. So it's a bare chipboard, perfect for this project. As you can see, I'm just using my track saw to cut it to the right sizes. And I'm just marking the boards for the final length. Nice and simple process. Okay, so the bottom and both of the sides will have this slot. I'm using my router to do the slot itself. The bit is 6mm in thickness and that will accommodate a 6mm plywood sheet, just like so. And now we just need to put the box together. A very simple process, just make sure that the grooves are matching each other and, you know, pre-drill, countersink and drive in some screws. Now the top of this box is actually a little bit shorter. That will allow us to take in and out that plywood sheet, and you'll see that in a few moments. But for now we just need to drill in some holes and drive in the screws to attach the top. In a similar fashion, we are installing the back of the box. Now we just need to cut the 6mm plywood to the correct sizes. First of all, I'm just using my table saw to take it to the right width, and now my miter saw to take it to the correct length. And it should look more or less like this. On a piece of scrap wood, plywood scrap, it's actually two boards 18mm in thickness sandwiched together. I've drawn out a shape of a handle, and as you can see I'm just using my bandsaw to cut that shape out. And on that piece of plywood, the 6mm one, I'm just cutting out some sort of a handle, if you want to call it like that. It will just allow us to take that plywood out a lot easier from the slot. And it will look more or less like that. With my sander, I'm just refining the shape of the handle and that 6mm ply. So this is a totally optional step. I'm just using my router with a round over bit to give that nice rounded edge to the handle. Now it's time to pre-drill some holes in the handle itself and attach it to the box. And it does the job really well. Right then, let's take our attention to the plywood sheet. We need to cut out the middle so the pellets actually can go through. As you can see, I'm just pre-drilled some holes and I'm using my jigsaw to cut out the middle. Make sure there's enough space left on the edges for A4 sheet of paper to be able to rest on. And this is exactly what we are going for. Now I'm actually not a fan how the chipboard looks like, so I'm giving the whole project a coat of black spray paint. Okay, let's sort out the reinforcements for the box. Now the steel sheet I'm using, it's 3mm in thickness and I will do one layer. However, if you've got a more powerful air gun, I would probably sandwich 2 or 3 pieces. It's as simple as marking it out and then with an angle grinder cutting the whole thing out. Okay, so as mentioned, the first step of reinforcing the whole box and making sure that it will actually last is the metal plate, in my case, as mentioned, 3 mm. Now, obviously, you can double that up if you've got, you know, a larger sheet like I do. You can basically cut 2, 3 or even 4 pieces and just glue them together, or using a double-sided tape, anything like that, to prevent the blowout from your box. However, the air gun I've got is absolutely ancient, so that plate is an overkill as it is, but I'm making the whole project for you guys, so it will give you a bit of inspiration of what you can actually do. Now, the second stage of improving the resistance of the whole box is actually this. Okay, so what this is some sort of a acoustic insulation. It's a rubber mat that's actually 1 centimeter in thickness. It's quite heavy, it's very dense, it's very flexible, but it's very, very hard. In my case, I'm actually going to cut it out, use a double-sided tape and stick it to the metal plate here. And again, you can double that up. In my case, 1 layer will be absolutely plenty. And in a second, when we do all that, there will be a third stage of securing the box itself. Now, the metal plate is actually taller than the box itself. It's 37 centimeters. Why is that? We're actually going to insert it on an angle, okay? So you go right to the back and then rest it on the top. I'm going to show you when we're going to be mounting this. Basically, it will be under an angle like so. So when the pellet is hitting this metal plate, hopefully, thanks to the angle itself, it will bounce to the bottom of the box, not outside basically. And because of that, what we're going to do, we're going to use the same rubber material to cover the bottom as well, so the pellet will not damage the bottom of the box itself. But hey, let's carry on with the project and we'll see how it goes. So let's attach the rubber mat to the metal sheet. Very simple. I'm just using a double-sided tape, just like so, and cutting out the correct shape. And we've got a nice heavy-duty back for our pellet catcher. Now, to install this, basically you just put one side to the corner, the other one rests on the top of our box, and just add a piece of wood as a stopper so it doesn't move or doesn't fall out. And as I mentioned, I will be adding that rubber mat to the bottom of the box as well. I will also fill the box with some old towels and old racks that will definitely help in reducing any damage to our box or the pellets themselves. Now it's time to actually attach our sheet, our target sheet, to the plywood cutout. As you can see, I'm using some pins like that. Slide it in and it's ready to use. Okay, let's check it out. Let's test it out. Please bear in mind, I'm shooting from about 6 meters away, so you know, it's not a massive distance. Right, as you can see, I'm actually not too bad at this, which is a bit of a surprise to me. But let's have a look if we are able to find our pellets. There we go, I've got one. Okay, so I managed to find all the pellets. They're all intact, you know, there's no issues with them at all, thanks to the old towel, really. However, you know, my air gun is really old and it is very weak. This box can quite easily be used for more powerful air guns, with the metal plate behind it, with the special rubber that we've put on as to secure everything. And you know, if you just leave the metal plate, you may destroy your pellets. With the rubber itself, you actually got a chance to, you know, get it back and reuse it. And obviously don't forget about the rubber at the bottom as well. With the angle, it may land here as well. So with this project, we more or less are fully covered, and it's, you know, compact, small. You can take it into your car, take it to the forest or wherever you want to use your air gun. You know, it's a really nice product. Yes, it's a little bit heavy because of the metal plate and everything, but it's, you know, not too bad at all, and you can take it wherever you want. Now, if you want some plans cut list for this project, let me know down below in the comments and I'll try to make a cut list for you. Also, if you want the A4 target sheets, if you want that, let me know as well, and I'll drop you some links and you can download it absolutely for free, guys. So yes, I'm really pleased how this turned out. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop me that like button down below. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel, as there's really a lot more cool content coming to my channel. But for today, guys, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Take care.